गुड इवनिंग एंड वेलकम बैक टू पैसा बोलता है। पैसा बोलता है में आपका स्वागत है। मैं आनंद श्रीनिवासन। Today I want to talk about companies which are new age companies. I'm going to specifically talk about one of them, but it's true for a group of companies which we will name now. These are companies which have not made profits and will never make a profit unless something dramatically happens. There is no way this is going to make a profit in a long time, and even if it makes a profit, it does not justify the kind of valuations even at these beaten down prices. The companies I am talking are about the new age internet companies. The companies are basically Policy Bazaar, Zomato, Paytm, and Cartrade.com. And the other company which I will discuss in a small detail is Nika. Nika can make profits, is making small amounts of profits, but has a long way to go and there will be a deep sense of correction. So now let's look at Zomato, which I want to discuss in great detail. When Zomato went public, there was a lot of craze about it. The price listed at double its market rate. Lot of people participated as anchor investors. Lot of mutual funds invested in it. Some of them cashed out, some of them got into trouble. And then stock price fell below its IPO price, and I have not looked at it much of it. It's not done great, and there have been times when some brokerage will give it a big rating and it will jump and then it will go down. In my Tamil channel, I have discussed in great detail about how we took over a company called Grofers. One of the co-founders, as they are called, founders of Grover's wife, joined Zomato, and she was elevated as a co-founder. And then, after much debate, Zomato bought Grover's in either stocks or cash, I don't remember. Maybe the shareholders of Grover's were given stock of Zomato, not cash. This is because most of the venture capitalists who had invested in Grofers had also invested in Zomato and they wanted an exit. Zomato stock is as good as cash, can be sold in the market for whatever price. Today, the major holding of Zomato is Grofers and it is bleeding cash. Zomato at this point of time has no way to profitability and it is not going to make any profits. Like a Times of India advertisements came, and I said in a sister channel in Tamil, less than 10% of India buy through Zomato. So Zomato is something that they cannot afford. And what they did is they bought Grofers, renamed it Blinkit, spent a lot of money rebranding it, totally unnecessary, and burnt money. Now, what is the problem today? In several parts of the country, I am referring to an article by Morning Context, though I know from social media, it is better to cite an article because tomorrow, if somebody wants to know why it exactly happened, you have to just read that Morning Context article, and the article has not been denied by Zomato. There has been a big strike of delivery partners in Blinkit, the new name of Grofers. They are not delivering stocks because there has been a revision in pay structure. In the previous pay structure, these guys were paid per delivery, and if they did X number of deliveries, they were given incentives. So people work from morning to evening delivering on their bikes, made about 35,000 rupees, barely enough to survive and keep their family at a lower income group. The original idea was that people like Swiggy and Zomato would not use full time employees, they would be part timers, people who had half part time jobs who wanted to work 1 or 2 hours, make some extra money. This is how Uber started, this is how Ola, Zomato, and Swiggy started. But unfortunately, the labor market being what it is in India, it was not students who did these part time jobs. They were graduates who had passed out, who had no jobs, who were basically delivering Swiggy and Zomato and making money. Now they had married, these were lower middle class people, some of them who had college degrees also. Now these people were not finding jobs for what they were trained and they got into this market. They were struggling. Now 25 rupees per ride itself was very difficult, but it made a lot of sense. But the way Zomato is bleeding and Blinkit is bleeding, it did not make any sense to continue. So they had to cut costs somewhere, and the cost cutting started in their pay structure. Instead of paying Blinkit delivery partners order per delivery, they said they will pay you per kilometer. And it is not based on one order. You have to book a time slot, you have to work the entire time slot, and you would be paid by kilometers you have traveled plus reaching the earnings target. Now the earnings target, there is very little these guys can do. Orders are placed online. These guys only can do fulfill the delivery. So the earnings target does not make any sense. But now what has happened is with this new pay structure, instead of 25 rupees a kilometer, the rates have come down to 8 to 10 rupees per kilometer. And also before there used to be long distance orders because there were not dark stores in every location. A dark store is a store where the goods are bought and stored, and from where the delivery partner will pick it up and deliver to the customer. Dark stores are stores where customers don't visit. Now that in every major delivery hub you have a dark store, most of the deliveries are between 1 and 2 kilometers. So the amount of distance traveled has reduced because nobody gets you big delivery orders. You don't travel 5 kilometers, you travel 1 or 2 kilometers and get an order, especially from where these orders are coming. So basically, what Zomato has done, it has reduced the cost, but it has made it unprofitable for the delivery boys to deliver. So in Kolkata, Delhi, and other North Indian cities, these Blinkit delivery partners have gone on strike. Social media is full of news. People are saying you promised 8-minute delivery. There are no delivery partners. I am not able to deliver. Blinkit is putting out a message which says that delivery is not possible because of our systems problems. We are working on it. There is no problem in the systems. Basically, they are having a strike faced by their delivery boys. You can open the any social media, put out, I want to search for Blinkit delivery strike. You will get out all the details. Basically, there's a tussle going. People don't want to work for the price at which Zomato wants to work for them. The same is problem with Ola. People have repeatedly said they don't want to take Ola money because the company is not paying them on time. People are now telling that Ola drivers only want cash. So Ola, Swiggy, all these companies are now facing a problem. There are two sides to the problem. One, the model has no profits. Second, there is a funding dry up. Zomato has gone public, it cannot raise more money because public documents are being scrutinized by everybody. So, six people sitting in a room cannot pay passing the parcel. In case of Swiggy and Ola, still passing the parcel by falsely valuing it extremely high is possible. A method which Warren Buffett's call is rubbish, and that's what they are doing. But in case of Policy Bazaar, in case of Zomato, Paytm, money has to be raised from the public. With such poor returns, no public is going to invest more money. Alibaba has exited Paytm and Moshi San has exited Alibaba. All these are indications that the venture capitalists don't want to put more money. So these guys have to find some way to run the business till the conditions in America improve. Conditions in America don't look like improving for the next 18 months. So how will you survive 18 months is what this pain points that are showing up. In this entire group, I am not talking about Nika because Nika has a profitable model, but the valuations are highly stretched because it cannot grow beyond this. That's why it has tied up with studios like Natural and has a product within saloon concept where they put a product inside the saloon and when the clients buy, a commission is shared with the saloon owner. But this cannot really grow. At one point of time when I was valuing Nika, I found that Nika at 2000 rupees had only a profit which was 3 days of profits from ITC and ITC was being discounted and Nika was being pumped up. Now that the monetary policies have tightened up, Nika is also moving towards reality. But Nika is a profit making company, it doesn't burn so much cash. If it burns cash, it will go down to slight loss and next quarter it wants to make money, it makes money. But the problem now is that these companies have no place to go and no place to hide. Their values will drop and it is better that you exit these kind of newfangled companies. And please do not buy because I see in every list a Zomato or a Nika or a Policy Bazaar, especially people working in IT. Please avoid these companies. Thank you for watching Paisa Bolta Hai. If you like the content, hit the like button, press the subscribe button of our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for your support for Paisa Bolta Hai.